You gonna bark all day, little doggy, or are you gonna bite?
Sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
To infinity and beyond!
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm gonna make him an offer again with you.
The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
Houston, we have a problem.
Don't mess with Julia. You'll get the horns.
Why so serious?
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Come play with us, Daddy.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
Are you not entertained?
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
I'm the dude.
Hail to the king, baby.
Well, a boy's best friend is his mother.
Go ahead. Make my day.
All right, everybody, hello and welcome to yet another Filmageddon weekly rewind film quiz here. Big thanks to everybody for showing up here on another Wednesday night, 8 p.m. start for some film trivia. Right, it's been another week. We are 4 quizzes deep into these Filmageddon live streams. Going from strength to strength is what they say, and I'm just slipping over my tongue there a little bit. Anyway, it's going to be a good one tonight. We got some rounds. We've dug even further back into the Filmageddon vault, if you can believe it. I think we actually have questions from the first ever film quiz we did at the Prince Charles Cinema, our home away from home. And I think you guys are in for a good one tonight. So let's remind everybody, of course, that this is Rewind Film Quiz number 3, May 6th, 2020 edition. I'm also going to point out that my laptop is on a precarious stack of boxes and stuff tonight to try to make it a bit more eye level. So at any time, you might just see everything topple over. In which case, panic, because it's all gonna come down and burn in flames. Anyway, let's get it started tonight. I mean, you guys should all have your Google answer sheets already. We linked that on our Twitter, which is at Filmageddon Quiz. Adam, I know, as well, has posted it in the film chat as well. The film chat, it's the stream chat. But anyway, let's go on. If you don't know what to do, remember, you only need one person from your team filling in that Google answer sheet, and you'll submit that once we finish the whole question portion, and then we will do a little intermission, and then we will go over the answers to see how everybody did tonight. But without further ado, let's get started. And how are we starting it off? With a round from the first ever film quiz, like I mentioned, and it's a good one. It is the Simpsons Did It round. It was, I think it was one of the reasons why I actually started the quiz in the first place. It is, of course, going to be 10 clips from The Simpsons, and each one of these clips is a film reference. They're pretty much right on the nose a lot of the time here, and your job is just to name the film being referenced in it. So let's get this thing started, guys, with one of my favorite rounds, and I know a lot of you guys out there are going to enjoy it too.
Put this in your pipe and smoke it. How now, brown bureaucrats?
Ingenious, isn't it, Mr. Bunt?
Scorpio, you're totally mad.
I wouldn't point fingers, you jerk.
Sure, do you expect me to talk?
I don't expect anything from you except to die and be a very cheap funeral. You're gonna die now.
Your Honor, I would like to show the court just how much shrimp Mr. Simpson ate. Bring it in, boys!
18,000 letters, all addressed to Santa Claus.
You want the people of Springfield versus Kris Kringle. That's next door.
Oh.
2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. Rock, 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 rock. We're gonna rock down the back, around the clock tonight. Thank you. Thank you very much.
What'll I tell the boss?
Tell him I'm going to the back seat of my car with a woman I love, and I won't be back for 10 minutes. Nettie! Nettie! Let's get in a quick 9 down at the pigeon putt. Nettie? Nettie!
He's cheating on us! I'm scared! Come on, Matt, move this thing!
I can't! It's a Geo!
I guess he didn't see me.
We did it! We got rid of it!
The mirror. The mirror!
Kids, once you get hurt, move aside and let other people jump.
Homer, this is terrible.
Okay, I'll take care of it.
I told you this was a bad idea.
All right. I'll get rid of the trampoline.
This is what a cornfield looks like, honey.
You think those things could also have contributed to my fear of flying?
Yes, it's all a rich tapestry.
Oh, well, thank you, Doctor. You've changed my life.
You know, Marge.
I'm telling you, I could never have shot Burns.
This is your last warning about that.
It's impossible for me to fire a pistol. If you'll check my medical records, you'll see I have a crippling arthritis in my index fingers. Look at them. Oh, I got it from Space Invaders in 1977.
All right, guys, there you go. The Simpsons did it round. Again, one of my favorites from the past, from the first Filmageddon film quiz we ever did all the way back in 2014. It's been ages, and yeah, I hope you're enjoying the 3 minutes we're giving you between every round, listening to some nice synthwave music, because I am quite partial to that. And hey, if you know anybody that makes it and wants to get it on the quiz, then just drop us a line at Filmageddon Quiz and all the rest of those social media links that you see below. But let us move on. We need to get to round 2, don't we? That is how these film quizzes work. We go from one round to the next, and to the next, and to the next. So let's check what round 2 is. If you guys liked round 1, I think it was a nice, easy way to start the quiz. Round 2 might frustrate you, because we're going right into the hard stuff here with famous film quotes. May the 4th edition. It was hashtag May the 4th, 2 days ago, which means Star Wars. Yeah, Disney owns your soul. And they own my soul. I got a lot of Star Wars crap in this room, for sure. Anyway, we are going to show you 10 clips from various Star Wars movies. We're going to omit the what the actual line is, and you just have to fill in what you think the line is, basically. It's not hard. We do this every week. It's hard to explain it every week, obviously, for me. But yeah, we're going to give you guys this one time, and then you're going to have 3 minutes to try to come up with the answers. So let's get right into it. Good one for all you Star Wars fans, maybe not for the rest of you. Ooh.
Tatooine is sparsely populated. If the trace was correct, I will find them quickly, Master.
Move against the Jedi first. You will then have no difficulty in taking the Queen to Naboo to sign the treaty. You have been well trained, my young apprentice. They will be no match for you.
Don't try to frighten us with your sorcerer's ways, Lord Vader. Your sad devotion to that ancient religion has not helped you conjure up the stolen data tapes, or given you clairvoyance enough to find the rebels' hidden fortress.
Enough of this. Vader, release him.
As you wish.
Hang on, kid.
Dagobah system. Dagobah.
This may smell bad, kid.
Yoda.
But it'll keep you warm till I get the shelter up.
Man. Dagobah.
You made a fair move. Screaming about it can't help you.
I don't have it. It's not wise to upset a Wookiee.
But, sir, nobody worries about upsetting a droid.
That's because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose. Wookiees are known to do that.
I see your point, sir. I suggest a new strategy, R2.
Where is your apprentice? On his way to Naboo, escorting Senator Amidala home. I have to admit that without the clones, it would not have been a victory.
Victory? Victory, you say? Master Obi-Wan, not victory. The shroud of the dark side has fallen.
Probably don't.
And what precisely am I supposed to know?
Come on. You want me to stay because of the way you feel about me?
Yes, you're a great help to us. You're a natural leader.
No, that's not it. Come on. Come on.
You're imagining things.
Am I? Then why are you following me? Afraid I was gonna leave without giving you a goodbye kiss? I can arrange that. You could use a good kiss!
How could they be jamming us if they don't know if we're coming? Break off the attack. The shield is still up.
I get no reading. You sure?
Pull up! All craft, pull up!
Take a base of action. Green group, steer across the holding sector and each other.
Admiral, we have enemy ships in Sector 47.
Your powers are weak, old man.
You can't win, Darth.
You should not have come back.
I couldn't. She was alive. I felt it.
All right, that wasn't too painful, was it? An entire round of Star Wars, and really happy to see that not a lot of you ran for the hills. We didn't really lose anybody there, which I thought there could have been a chance because, you know, Star Wars, a lot of people love it, but an entire round on Star Wars could scare a couple people away. And hey, try doing an entire quiz on Star Wars, which is what we did. That's where that came from. And that round is probably the only usable one because all the other ones are very obscure. And not because they're the obscured round, which we do here, but there are some tough ones in there. I mean, there was a round in which we had it so we showed you a scene, and then you had to name the planet that the next scene wiped to, because you know, Star Wars, they love their screen wipes. Did old George Lucas. And I didn't want to do that to you. I wanted to give you guys something that I think you could handle. I didn't want to send everybody running for the hills. But anyway, let's go on to round 3, which is, of course, the picture round. And this week, the picture round is Comic Counterparts from 2016. So what you're going to see here, you're going to see 10 images of the cartoon/comic characters, and you need to name the actor who has portrayed them in film. Now, I think 1 or 2 of these might have had 2 people portray them in film, so you just have to get one or the other in that case. We have updated this since 2016, the correct answers, because they have redone some films and characters since before 2016. And we're giving you guys 5 minutes this this week. So we've upped the clock to 5 minutes instead of 3. So we'll go ahead to that next round, and you've got 5 minutes to try to figure it out. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too rough for you guys at home. The comic counterparts there. Remember, you're naming the actor who played those characters in a film, and hopefully that 5 minutes felt right. I didn't think it felt too long, and I still don't think it felt too short, so hopefully it's right on the money for you guys with the picture round. We'd rather do it as part of the quiz instead of giving it to you ahead of time, because then, you know what, if you've just got it to look at all night, where's the fun? We need some challenge in it. That's what we need to do. This quiz is tough. That's how we go here. And we are going right on to round 4, which is going to be another great thing here on these Rewind quizzes. The first time we're dipping into horror, which is one of our favorite things that we do for Filmageddon. Every year at the Prince Charles, we put on a horror-themed quiz. It's one of our favorites, and for one reason or another, we've just avoided putting it in these quizzes up till now. But here we go, 2016 soundtrack round, which is all about slasher soundtracks. So you are going to hear 10 clips, 30 seconds first, then 15 seconds apiece after that. Simply name the films that these come from. A lot of these are from franchises, so just try to stick with the original. We didn't try to be tricky with any sequels or anything like that. So good luck with round 4. Let's get going.
When I look into your eyes, it comes as no surprise. You're slipping away. Angie, you're the love of my life. It's so cold at night. I'm begging you to stay. I know it's all a masquerade.
Our secrets lie in the border fires and the humming wires. Yeah, man, you know you're never coming back. Across the square, across the bridge, past the mills, past the stacks. On a gathering storm comes a tall, handsome man in a dusty black coat with a red right hand. On a gathering storm comes a tall, handsome man in a dusty black coat with a red right hand.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. No, see you later. All right, yeah. Just go. Sorry about that. My friend stopped by. He left though. He doesn't say much. You get it? Do you get what we're doing here? This is where we make the jokes. It's that part of the quiz, unfortunately. There you go, guys. The slasher soundtracks round. That was round 4. Again, hopefully not too hard for any out there. There are some obscure ones in there, I would say, for sure. And hey, talk about a segue, everybody. Speaking of obscure, we are going to move on to round 5, which is going to be the obscured round. And it's To the Moon. And what this is, it's from 2016. It's from our Moon-inspired film quiz. So I love the film Moon, and I thought to myself, I'm going to do a whole film quiz inspired by one film. It was quite hard because you can't get a lot of questions out of just the movie Moon, but what you can get is an obscured round which features 10 clips of space launches in films. So all of these space launches come from different films, and you're going to have to guess the film based on the space launch, which you're not really going to be able to see much of. You're going to be able to hear what's going on, but the vision is going to be obscured in many different ways. Mostly a mosaic filter. It's fairly easy to do. Anyway, you're going to only get these once, and then you get your 3 minutes to follow that up and try to get the answers as best you can. So let's go on, guys. Round 5.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Ignition sequence start. 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
Go for main engine start. T-minus 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. Main engine start. 4. 3. 2. 1. Booster ignition and...
Minus 10, 9, 8, 7. We have a go for main engine start. 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff of the Space Shuttle Daedalus and STS-200.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go for main engine test. We have main engine start.
No, wait, I found it!
12, 11, 10, 9, 8.
Let's
7,
rock and roll!
6.
Okay.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
nation should commit itself to achieving the goal 15 seconds before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11. Tower clear.
All right, I'll put my hands up for that one, guys. I forgot just how hard that round is. It is a toughie, but you know what? There are a couple of I think there's a couple of softballs in there, 2 or 3 that people should get, but it is a pretty difficult round, and we are a pretty difficult film quiz. You know, we don't put a lot of easy ones out there for everybody, but. That's just how we roll here at Filmageddon, and we are rolling on to the final round of tonight's quiz, round 6, and we're pulling them from everywhere tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because this one is gonna be the yearly beloved holiday cheer. It's nowhere near Christmas, but you know what? We all need to celebrate something right now, and bring the cheer back to our faces. So what I'm gonna do is show you 10 clips from sort of holiday-themed films, and you want to put those in the correct chronological order. You'll see your film quiz answer sheet doesn't have 1 through 10. It's got the years on it, so 2000 to 2009. So these films each came out 1 year of those. You want to get the correct film title in the correct year. So it's not an easy one to finish it off with, but hopefully you'll get some nice festive memories from it. So let's go on to round 6. Then we're going to have a break, and then we will go over the answers.
Guys, can we try to stay positive here? What's the problem? We're just trying to give some gifts to some children. It's Christmas. Let's keep the momentum going here. Okay, the next gift is to Cody, and this is from your dad, okay? I'm sure this is a good gift, too, okay? Dig in there. Tear it up.
A flashlight? That's it? Well, you love me, Daddy.
Okay. Honestly, I think it's my fault.
You know, these noises. And I heard a woman screaming, yeah, oh yeah. And I heard his voice saying, that's right, you ain't going to SHIT right for a month. No, don't get me wrong, I'm was against the Clinton impeachment. What a man does with his own penis, Oval Office, women's big and tall, it's not for the American people to say.
Alone on Christmas. I can do this. Rid myself of all my grievances. Gone grievances. What the? I forgive you.
Holy moly, this joker.
All right. Who's fucking with me? Claire? What are you doing?
Slight disorder of the stomach can make them cheat. You may be an undigested bit of beef, a lot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, a fragment of underdone potato. There's more of gravy than of grave about you, whatever you are. Dreadful aberration! Why do you trouble me? A man of worldly mind, do you believe in me or not? I do! I must!
Sorry.
You want these?
No,
go ahead.
please.
That's the last one. Miss, do you have another pair of these black cashmere gloves?
Whatever's out is what we have. You don't have a stockroom? No.
Or basement?
No. We don't have an attic either.
Listen, you take them. I don't hear.
No. You saw them first.
Please, I insist. Here. Take them.
Hey, wait a minute.
Whoa. Hey, excuse me, sir. Yeah, these are ours.
Oh, your gloves?
Yes.
How come?
Okay.
Let's go.
Is he all right?
He's okay, Santa.
Wow. That's gonna leave a mark. Is that Blitzen?
Looks like Prancer. Who is that?
It was Chet, one of our reindeer in training.
Oh.
I just want you to know that.
Oh my God, no, it's all right, sweetie. Let's just get this off. You're gonna be fine. It's your pretty hair. I'm just as good as any of you. Of course you are. Better, probably.
Man, I'm gonna get Everett. When I Everett, come on. Hey. Oh.
Sorry. I've even met. I'm Brad.
Julie.
Many guys have come to you with a line that wasn't true.
Oh.
And you pass them by.
Pass them by.
Now you're in the center ring, and their lines don't mean a thing. Why don't you let me try? Let me try. Now I don't wear a diamond ring. I don't even have a song to sing.
Big Red is entering zone 1. I repeat, Big Red is entering zone 1.
Allergies.
He's got a gun!
No, boys, easy. Oh, Fred.
Not exactly a lot of classic holiday films came out in the 2000s, did they? But anyway, everybody, that is the end of the question portion. It is time for the intermission, so what we're going to do is give you 10 minutes, go over with your team, go over that answer sheet, try to get any of the ones you missed, and then you just want to hit submit at the bottom of that answer sheet. After 10 minutes is up, we'll come back, go over all the answers, and you guys can find out how you did. All right, so let's jump right to it, guys. 10 minutes, starting from right meow. All right, guys, welcome back from the intermission. Good to see so many of you guys sticking around tonight to go over the answers with us. Let's have the fun of a film quiz anyway. We'll check in a bit later while we're going over the answers to see just how many teams have submitted their answer sheets. Seen a bit of chatter in the old Twitch chat about some release years in IMDb. I don't know what IMDb you guys are looking at, because I looked over there as well, just to make sure, and we'll have to address it when we get there. But hey, it wouldn't be beyond us over at Filmageddon getting the years mixed up. That's something that's happened once or twice in the past. Yeah, let's try to forget about it though. We're gonna push forward. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna get stronger and better as we go week on week here at the Film Quiz. So let's go over the answers, and of course we are gonna start with, again, one of my favorites, the Simpsons round. And one of, I'm sure, a lot of people's favorites, because we all love The Simpsons, right? So let's go over the answers here. Obviously, gave that a big old lead in when I made it.
Put this in your pipe and smoke it.
Homer here, about to blow up some hippie scum. Which is obviously the classic scene from, and I like this part of the film, Dr. Strangelove. You put the full title as well. Or I learned to stop worrying and love the bomb, you know? And explosion, which we didn't leave. So let's go on to round 2. No, not round 2, question 2. I'll just be leaving.
Mr. Bunt. Scorpio, you're totally mad.
Best episode of The Simpsons? Could be. It very well could be.
I don't expect anything from you except to die and be a very cheap funeral. You're gonna die now.
Obviously, we're talking Goldfinger here. Hank Scorpio. Hank Scorpio is a good Halloween costume idea, I feel like, and a very easy one to be able to put together, especially if you are a ginger. I didn't get the ginger jeans from my mom, strangely. Just very, very dark. This is the Italian sticking through. Let's go on to round 3.
Just how much shrimp Mr. Simpson ate. Bring it in, boys.
We are talking the original Miracle on 34th Street here. So we slipped in another Christmas movie. Right under. No one saw that one coming. That's one of the tougher ones in this round. I think there's one more that's pretty tough as well, but that was one of the more tough ones. 4 is pretty obvious, right? Who hasn't wanted to go and dance? Has anyone actually found a giant keyboard to go dance on? I've been to that place in New York City. But obviously we are talking big, and another week, another Tom Hanks film slips into the film quiz. Let the conspiracy theorist out there think what they will. But this film quizmaster thinks Tom Hanks is ace. Yeah, that's right. Number 5. Of course, the music gives it away, but so does what they're doing, right? We have got to be talking about another classic with another guy who is a big conspiracy. I mean, did they ever confirm what happened? You know the thing we're talking about. The rodent, the pants, these up the pant leg with an officer and a gentleman. You know, yeah. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're young and you haven't read that story. You should research Richard Gere.
Let's get in a quick 9 down at the pigeon putt.
Classic scene, classic film, one of the best action films of all time. And it's a Geo! Of course, we are talking Terminator 2, T2 Judgment Day. Makes me just want to go and I might just leave you guys with the rest of the answers and go watch Terminator 2.
Here, drive.
Oh, drive now! Maybe I just left the whole film running, actually. That'd be fine. Now, 7 is another one that a lot of you should have gotten. And this round just goes to show you how dedicated the Simpsons staff was to replicating these scenes in their own style, which that's why I just love The Simpsons as much as I do. Early Simpsons, we can all agree. Hard cuts as well. That's great. 8 was a tough one, I think. 8 was one that stumped me the first time when I was researching this. I had to look it up. But 8 is from the classic film Gone with the Wind. Tramampoline. And then let's go on to number 9, of course. I don't know what are you doing here? I'm just running away from a shooty plane. Oh no! I'm gonna have my legs broke. Yeah, we are talking North by Northwest. It's not Jimmy Stewart either, so don't know why I did the voice. Don't know why I did the voice. Shows how much cinema I actually know. Could have been Jimmy Stewart, really. Let's go to number 10.
I'm telling you, I could never have shot Burns.
This is your last warning about that?
It's impossible for me to fire a pistol.
I'd have to be pretty stupid to write a book about killing and then kill somebody.
Yes, number 10, Basic Instinct. Although, really, we just wanted to get a look of Willie's Willie, and it never happened, so... Damn it! Anyway, let's go on to round 2, which is going to be everyone's favorite. I could just tell. For some reason, I left a countdown in there. That's crazy. Round 2, let's check out the Star Wars film quotes. Unless you guys need 3 minutes in between each of the answer rounds, I think we'll just skip those.
Against the Jedi first. You will then have no difficulty in taking the Queen to Naboo to sign the treaty.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
You have been well trained, my young apprentice. They will be no match for you.
I've given you clairvoyance enough to find the rebels' hidden fort.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Enough of this. Vader, release him.
As you wish.
Till I get the shelter up.
Man, Jacob. I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose. Wookiees are known to do that.
I see your point, sir. I suggest a new strategy, R2. Let the Wookiee win.
Victory, you say? Master Obi-Wan, not victory. The shroud of the dark side has fallen. Begun. The Clone War has.
Now, young Skywalker, you will die.
You're a great help to us. You're a natural leader.
No, that's not it. Come on. Come on.
You're imagining things.
Am I? Then why are you following me? Afraid I was gonna leave without giving you a goodbye kiss?
I just assumed he's a Wookiee.
I can arrange that. You can use a good kiss.
Take a base of action. Green group, steer across the holding sector of the shelter.
Admiral, we have enemy ships in Sector 47.
It's a trap.
Power's a weak old man.
You can't win, Darth.
If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. See, that's it's a callback to the mistake earlier. That's what that is. Callback. Number 10, obviously the best film quote ever. with the best delivery ever, right? It's not, what beats this? Let it resonate within you. All right, there you go. Some classic Star Wars for you. I'm loving the Twitch chat tonight, by the way, guys. Thank you for keeping it lively and interesting and keeping us on our toes as well. Let's go to round 3, which, of course, was the comic counterparts round. Yeah, let's not actually cut away from that. There we go. So you had your 10 pictures there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how numbers work. Who'd we have there? We had the Rhino. We had Juggernaut, Hellboy, Scarecrow, Azrael. Or no, Azazel, if you want to do it. Electro, Sinestro, Alan Quatermain, Steel, and Star-Lord. Now, you might remember those guys being played by actors who are going to be... Paul Giamatti was the Rhino in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Vinnie Jones was the Juggernaut bitch. David Harbour, we added his name because since this quiz was made, he has played Hellboy along with Ron Perlman. Cillian Murphy played the Scarecrow. Azazel was Jason Fleming. Forgettable. I don't even think he had a line. Jamie Foxx was Electro, where the electricity fixed his terrible teeth. What a great film that was. Sinestro was in Green Lantern, played by Mark Strong. Poor Green Lantern. Why did they do that to the Green Lantern? Sean Connery retired because of his role in the League of Gentlemen, Extraordinary Gentlemen. Shaq played Steel, and Chris Pratt, of course, plays Star-Lord. So there you go. Who knew? I knew. We all knew. You guys all knew that. That was an easy one, right? You knew those comic characters. I think the only hard one was maybe the Sean Connery, maybe the Jason Fleming, but I think the rest of them were pretty good. So let's go on then to round 4, the slasher soundtracks round, and check what the answers were here. Number 1, obviously, he's coming for you in your sleep, in your dreams. He is Freddy Krueger. It is The Nightmare on Elm Street. Ryan Reynolds didn't play Juggernaut, although Juggernaut was played in Deadpool 2, so if you got the actor who played him in Deadpool 2, we'll give you an answer there. Deliria, aka Stage Fright, aka Deliria. If you put either of those, you will get a point for that one. Number 3, we're going with Psycho. Oh, we all go a little mad sometimes. Another callback. We did it. We did it, guys. We're doing the callbacks now. It's a running joke. You can't stop it. Number 4, Sleepaway Camp, and it's ending. Yeah, you know the ending we're talking about. Number 5, of course, is going to be Friday the 13th. Oh yeah, I'm seeing in chat, I think actually you're right, you know, Ryan Reynolds might have done the Juggernaut's voice in Deadpool 2, and if that is the case, I will check it after this quiz, and we'll give you guys the point if you put Ryan Reynolds. So, yeah, sorry, these were old quizzes, forgot about that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the OG, had the same sort of soundtrack for the remakes as well, which aren't too bad, if you ask me. 7 7 7 7 7 7 7 7 7 7 is the burning, it's the burning, it's the burning, 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 burning. It's got Jason Alexander, and he's gets killed and stuff. So yeah. Number 8, my friend who was here earlier, his name's Mikey Myers. He's a good guy, shagadelic and all that. He starred in Halloween and the Halloween franchise. Looking forward to Halloween Kills. Will it ever come out? Who knows? Delays. Yeah, not fun. 9, of course, we take it from Scream. We went old school for most of these, but went to, well, I guess the newest one on this list? Yeah, Scream. 10, one of my favorite franchises, and I love all the newer versions of straight-to-video sequels as well with Child's Play. If you've not seen the straight-to-video sequels to the Child's Play films, go ahead and watch it. And I think there's still a TV show coming out. Haven't seen the remake. Heard it is terrible. Let's go on to round 5, everybody's favorite round, which was the blasting off into space round. So let's take a look at what all of these were. Oh, I think I skipped it. Did I? No. Let's go back.
Start 4, 3.
Liftoff of the Space Shuttle Daedalus and STS-200.
T-minus 10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
4,
3, 2, 1.
go.
No, wait, I found it!
12, 11, 10, 9, 8.
Let's
7,
rock and roll!
6.
Okay.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
This nation should commit itself to achieving the goal.
We're getting ready for some peak cinema here. This is what filmmaking is all about, everybody. Transformers Dark of the Moon, coming in at number 8. One of my favorites. Of course, if we're talking space movies, it's hard to top number 9, isn't it, with Armageddon. In a year when we had Deep Impact and Armageddon just wiped the floor with Deep Impact, I'm afraid to say. But the best film of them all on this list, the film that will stand the test of time, Jackass number 2. Can't wait for Jackass 4. I don't care if they're going to be wheeling them all in and they're all going to have heads of grey hair and everything. I need Jackass 4 in my life. I think we all do after all of this. Maybe a double bilge. Terminator 2 and Jackass 2 after this quiz is over. Right, I can confirm. Yeah, I forgot all about this, but yeah, Ryan Reynolds did voice the Juggernaut in Deadpool 2. Little sly voice cameo there. So if you put Ryan Reynolds down, congratulations. We will give you a point when it comes time to mark those answer sheets. But let's go on and check the answers to the final round, the Holiday Cheer Yearly Beloved, where we'll see how crazy things get here. Kicking things off in the year 2000, we've got the new Joe Exotic himself, Nick Cage in The Family Man, which is a film I remember watching at like 15, thinking to myself, why am I watching this film? This is far too older. Too old.
No,
Go ahead.
please.
That's the last one.
Serendipity
do you have another
comes
pair
in
of
at
black Catherine gloves?
Whatever's out is
2001.
what we have. You don't have a stock room? No.
Or basement?
No. We don't have an attic either.
Wow.
2002, we're still all right. Santa Claus 2 was all right.
Like Prancer.
It's obviously no Santa Claus 1, but 2's fine. Let's not talk about 3.
Oh.
And that, 2003 is a great year for Christmas films with Bad Santa, but after this, it all starts going downhill a bit.
For a month. Don't get me wrong. I'm was against.
Still have yet to see Bad Santa 2. Is it worth it? Let me know, Twitch chat. Is Bad Santa 2 worth it? I would imagine so, just for Christina Hendricks. We got Surviving Christmas at 2004. I think it was that shovel hit that made Ben Affleck decide to play Batman, eh? You remember when that happened? Yeah.
Get this off, you're gonna be fine. Your pretty hair. I'm just as good
Ooh,
as
hearing Bad Santa 2 is absolutely god-awful. Might be time to avoid that. Family Stone, 2005. Now we're going to 2006, which was the remake of Black Christmas, which is been remade again since, I believe. remake of a remake within a remakeception for 2006. 2007, we're gonna go with a lot of Vince Vaughn representation here tonight for some reason. But we got Fred Claus, and you know what? He just couldn't help himself. He loved Christmas so much. He loved the holiday spirit. It was within him that he decided to come back a year later and hit you with 4 Christmases.
Flashlight? That's it? Why don't you love me, Daddy?
Okay. Honestly, I think it's my fault.
Which then, of course, means 2009 was A Christmas Carol. Disney's A Christmas Carol. Robert Zemeckis? The old motion capture, the uncanny valley, all that stuff. Say what you will. It's A Christmas Carol, everybody. Hey, and you know what? You know what that does? That brings us to the end of proceedings tonight. I checked to see how many teams submitted answers. 125 teams tonight. So, again, it's going to be a tough task to win this thing. We are going to go home. Well, I'm home. No one's left the house. What am I talking about? We're going to go to sleep tonight. We're going to wake up. We're going to grade those film quizzes. And we're going to report to you guys tomorrow. Probably going to be close. Normally we do it at 5. Might be closer to 6 tomorrow when we'll be back with a live vodcast. And we'll go over the winners. So do make sure you tune in for that. It's going to be right here on twitch.tv/Filmageddon. If you missed the live version, you can find it over on our YouTube, which, again, the link's down below. It's just youtube.com/Filmageddon. You can find us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter to keep up to date with everything. But real quick, just before you go, let's give you guys the announcement here. Next week, it's not a rewind quiz. Next week is a live lockdown quiz. So it was the first live quiz that we did, was an all-new massive quiz, and that's what next week is going to be as well. 8 all-new rounds of quizzing action, so don't miss this one, guys. Make sure you let everybody know this is happening. It's going to be a bit longer. 6 new video rounds, 2 new picture rounds, and a whole other bunch of surprises along the way. And they won't be so dated, you know. We won't think of all the mistakes that we made in the past. We can forget. We can move on collectively together. Massive thanks again, everybody. A lot of you tuned in tonight. A lot of you keep tuning in. That's why we keep doing this. We're having fun. I think it's keeping us all a bit sane, or maybe it's a bit insane. I don't know. It's been great. Yeah, like I said, get us on all the social media platforms. You can find us on Coffee as well if you want to buy us a virtual cup of coffee. It goes a long way. We got a mic. We got some better sound. We are going to have some better video quality as well, I think maybe from next week. And it's all thanks to the donations that you guys are doing. And if you follow us here on Twitch, you don't miss anything. If you got Amazon Prime, you can subscribe. I'm going to stop selling ourselves right now. You don't want to see an advert at the end of the quiz. Thank you all very much. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow with the results of this quiz. Hope you guys had fun. See ya.